Hello and welcome to my highlights of the F1 2016 AOR Social in Austria. I did a lap on Supersauce before this and messed up the first sector by about 2/10, so 175 was on the cards, but that would be an absolutely perfect lap. No mistakes at all, so decided to go back out again on the ultras. I know it's not the desired strategy because they go off so quick, but you know, I thought better than being in the pack and potentially losing the front wing, because I've already used the super softs now and I'm likely to be bottom end of the top 10 having made a mistake on my lap. Anyway, bit of slipstream there. Turn 1 was okay. About 2.5 turns up. Coming into this braking zone, I'm braking slightly early to try and just minimise the line in the corner and keep the car as straight as possible in the exit. And that's worked for us a little bit, but our exit is not as good as it was on the supers, interestingly enough. Anyway, almost 4 tenths up into another sector now. Hooked that up nicely and stayed away from the grass, but then a little twitch there on the exit. Just got to focus on carrying as much speed as we can through these apexes now. Absolutely nailed that. That was absolutely perfect. Can do the same here. We've actually braked a bit too much, turned in a bit too early, which has compromised the exit. So we're 5 tenths up going in. Only 5.5 on the way out. Considering the lap was done on super sauce before, you'd think these would give a bit more bite. Last sector now, we missed the apex there, and the final corner. Pretty much perfect, maybe a few inches to the inside, and that's 5.5 tenths up, and it's a 107.1. Couple of tenths in there, but well, maybe one. Well, yeah, exactly, one tenth, maybe that's it. But pole anyway, so that's fantastic. But a bit disappointed with the last sector because there was more time there. But you can't argue with first position.
Shelley's in the pound seat, really.
There we go. Yeah, Shelley's in the pound seat. He's looking good. He's done a phenomenal lap, and I think he's in 4th place or 5th place on the supers. So he's looking really good, unfortunately. And I didn't know you could do a one-stop on this track. I suppose if you're on a wheel you can, but on a pad it's pretty touch and go.
Don't ball it. Essentially, just not going to ball it.
Yep, don't ball it. Good advice to myself.
Let's go.
Right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lights out, away we go. It's a good start, good reaction, and we've had good traction as well. So looking to the inside, we're not going to be challenged into turn 1. Nail that nicely with a good exit as well. So nice and straight, and we're away. So not that much action happening at turn 1. I think there's one guy maybe backwards. At this point I could see it was going to be a pretty difficult race. Well, I knew it was going to be a pretty difficult race as soon as I got pole. But I wasn't aware that you could do a one-stop. So, you know, well, I'm told now. I've had the game a few months, like everyone else, but I didn't know you could do a one-stop. Anyway, I'm just trying to pull away from Aresti as much as I can here, see if I can build a gap. So there's two strategies. You build a gap and then hold the gap, or if you can't build a gap, you just hold them up. So I'm doing my best to try and build a gap now, but he's just not dropping away. Just trying to hit apexes. You know, we don't focus on speed, we just focus on hitting the apexes, and that's a nice big slide. Almost lost the car completely then. Yeah, big deep breath. Coming into the last sector now, we touched the grass a little bit there. I mean, this is looking pretty ragged in the last corner. Not so bad, but then we touched the white line of the curb and we're almost in the wall. Oh my god. Yep, change of underpants please. Aresti's only 4 tenths behind. Anyway, cutting on to lap 3, this is where Aresti decides to turn the wick up and close up to me. As Shelley said for fastest lap. Shelley or Shelley? No idea. But you can see he's had a pretty clean start this Shelley, and now he's utilising the super softs. Anyway, Aresti's looking for a move. It's a bit far back to go down the inside, so don't cover it. I'll focus on a good exit here. Which is what we get. Car nice and straight, little kick of oversteer, and he's had a bigger kick of oversteer. He's actually in the grass, but all this time Shelley's catching up. I didn't really focus on him, to be honest with you, because I thought, you know, it's just a 2-stop flat out, you know, there's no way you can do a 1-stop. I didn't think so anyway, so he wasn't really my biggest threat at this point. I was more focused on Aresti. And at this point, I could see I haven't pulled away, I'm not pulling away, so I'm just putting it in lean. I'm just going to hold him up, because, well, save my fuel and in turn hold him up. So I'm not pulling away. Here we go, he's in a higher fuel mix than me, he's looking for an overtake, but he's backed off. And this is exactly what I need to do, because I can't pull away. So, time to park the bus. It's been well and truly parked. But end of lap 4, he pits, which is 2 laps before my scheduled pit stop window. So he's going for the undercut. Here comes Shelley though, on towards the midpoint of lap 6. The super softs are still nice and fresh, nice and juicy, but these are fucked. These tires, I think we're on probably about 60% now, 65, touching 70 maybe. Into another sector now, Shelley's closed right up, but you can see we're in lean. We're just, okay, I can't pull away from you, we're going to hold you up. Nice exit here, that's all we're looking for. We need a nice clean entry into the pit. Whoa, and the Shelley's almost hit us, but I'm trying to move to the pit lane, I don't want him to go up the inside. And here we go, nice inside the white line, we don't cross over that, and lucky we didn't cross over that, because that would cause an accident. You know, I'd have pushed Shelley right off the track. Coming into the pit box now, nice and early on the brakes. Didn't leave a lot on the table, but nice and safe.
Hopefully we'll drop out into clean air. If we don't, the race is fucked, but you know.
There we go, yeah, it's exactly what I was about to say. We need to drop into clean air 2.9, I mean that's dreadful. So, we need to drop into clean air to try and make sure that we can catch up. Well, I was going to say catch up with the rest of you, but there he goes with the fastest lap. So, he's also, what I can see on the race tracker on the left, he's on super soft, so he's on the softer tyre than us. So all we've got to do now is sort of try and keep up, really. That's all we've got to try and do. And then obviously in the final stint where we're on super soft and he's on softs, we'll be quicker. So just need to keep up. You can see there's a load of traffic in front of me, but I'm also wary. I need to sort of save a little bit on the tyres, make sure I've got a decent amount left at the end. You can see a Renault spun off in front of us. I don't know if there's contact or he just made a mistake, I'm not sure. But you can see the rest is right in the pack there of 3 cars. His teammate lets him through. Is it no, someone lets him through in the manor anyway. And now he's behind his teammate. So you can see the lead of the Grand Prix is there, you know, the net lead, so I thought, is right there. And you see Shelley's still in the lead, but the net lead is there. The final sector now. He's got past, Ressi's got past John and I've got past the manor. Had to cut the corner there, but just to leave him enough room. Not that much of an advantage gained, I was just trying to leave him as much room as possible because I'd have ended both of our races if I didn't there. Closing up to Don Silver now. Again, need to get past as quick as possible to catch up with the Ressi. Into Rich Mix now. The slipstream's still working at this point, which is nice. Up the inside, and this is quite a difficult corner to get right, so I'm into first gear, get the curb as hard as possible, upshifted, and he's very kindly he's lifted and let me through there. You know, he might have tried to hold it on the outside, but no, he didn't. It's very kind of him. The rest has gone up the inside of the 4 chicks, that's pole position. Even though the 4 chicks, I don't think the 4 chicks have stopped yet, almost lost the car again. But my goal then is to catch up to the 4 chicks and overtake him, hopefully quicker than the rest he did, and then we can close that gap a little bit more and then just try and stick with him. So, focusing on the fast last sector, we're up by a 10. And the 4 chicks, obviously he's on 8 lap old soft, so they're past their best. It's gone a little bit tight on entry there, which means he's slow on the exit, so I've had to lift. Made sure I'm ready in the DRS, and we've had a slightly better exit, and we're just going to pass him now down the straight with the DRS, and he lifts out of it, very kind of him as well. Doesn't want to ruin his race. Still left, you know, made sure we didn't cut him off, but the rest is gone. All that took me being held up in the last sector, and that's all it took for the rest to disappear. A little bit later on, we're coming up to the back of Dan. Dan also, I don't think Dan has stopped. 17 lap old soft. He doesn't fight it too hard. DRS slipstream, and we're down the inside. I think we had slipstream there, but at some point in the race, I think Guy disconnected, so that's no slipstream. So my idea of being faster at the end isn't really going to work because I won't be able to catch up. This is a back marker in front of me now. This Toro Rosso. This is a blue flag lapped car. Honest to God, like, I didn't realise he was a blue flag car until I saw
that. Was a fucking back marker, man.
There we go. Just, all you had to do is move out the way. You had one job. You're a lap down, move out the way, and he just didn't. You know, it took him, what, 3 corners, by which time I lost over a second, and thought, oh my God, where's he going to go? Regardless of that, lap 18, Shelley's caught right up, and he's going to go up the inside. I've had a poor exit, poor last sector. Not going to fight it too hard here, braking. But alright, I'll get him back, but of course, forgot that there's no slipstream. And there you go, that's what no slipstream looks like.
No slipstream, lol.
There you go, and it wasn't Guy's fault, he just disconnected, unfortunate for him. Watch this Mario Kart now. Look at that, I mean it's exaggerated by the...
What the fuck was that?
it's exaggerated by the lag, but it's essentially when they turn the steering wheel and it just upshift about 4 gears, CRU style, and then hold the slide. And we've hit him!
But it hasn't
And
been...
another Mario Kart.
What the fuck?
It's exaggerated by the lag, but that is literally what's happening. Upshift 4 gears, hold the car in the slide, and then you're away. Of course, you can't do that on the pad. Regardless of that, we did hit him there, but our braking pod was a little lower. Here's the dirty air, look. Almost off the track there. But hitting him there really gave me a bit of a fright. I've checked the front wing again, look, because I'm just like, whoa, didn't mean to do that, could have lost my front wing. Missed the apex there, and here we go, nice dirty air here. Nope.
The fuck is going on?
I wasn't happy about that either, almost losing the car. At this point, I was pretty much the only one that observed the pit entry, so I thought, why am I doing that? Let's gain a second by cutting it. Which is what I saw other people doing, but I've locked up in the pit lane. Oh, we've hit the wall. Oh, that was close. I mean, I haven't got wing damage, and even if I did, I didn't care at this point, to be honest with you. You can see the amount of flipping warnings and penalties. I mean, I think I've got 1 or 2. I think I've got 1. And look at that. I'm looking to see who's got penos, but I know a few people are close, if not already got one. So 10 laps to go. Coming out in front of Ferrari fan, and we need to catch up with whoever's at the lead. At this point, you're starting to realise that I'm on a 2-stop and the guys in front are on a 1-stop. Jay Thorne clearly is on a 1-stop, but as you can see, the blue flag's flashing again. We're coming up to lap this AOR Social again, and I've never known someone be so bad at getting out of the way. I mean, I sound like Sebastian Vettel here, the rest of standing. Here we go. I have to almost make a move on him. We got DRS open now. He's almost in the wall.
Fuck is this guy like? Back off!
Left it incredibly late to be in the position there, but I mean, whatever, man. That time he's a lot better at getting out of the way. But of course, in third, I'm thinking, hang on, where maybe, you know, is Shelley going to go on the ultras? No, we're not with 5 laps to go, so it's all starting to sink in now. I'm starting to think, oh shit. Jaythorne's on a 1-stop, Shelley's still in the lead on a 1-stop, and I've completely fucked myself. So there we go, 15 seconds for Shelley. I'm not going to catch that up in 6 laps. I spent 4 laps catching Thorne, but obviously with no slipstream, DRS only, it's going to be pretty difficult. Now I'm quite high downforce on this circuit anyway. So DRS active, here we go. We're not gaining at all, excellent. Here we go, into turn 1, lap 31 now. I know that I need to get past Thorne before I make a mistake, or before someone else behind catches me. I don't know if Ferrari fans are going to catch me, it's just on soft, but you know, maybe Shelley's going to start falling off towards the end of the race or whatever, you know. Almost hit Thorne there. Nice exit out of here now. In lean mix, back up to Rich. And not as good as exit as Thorne. So, and I mean, look at this. No fucking slipstream, so tried to sit behind him now for the rest of this middle sector. But he's a little wide there, so
I need to get past him there.
Looking at no move on here. And he knows that as well. It's a little wide here. Supersofts are quite a lot older than mine. I need to get a wriggle on because this is just slowing us down and at risk of other people behind catching us. But look at this. I mean, I know I'm in lean mix, but I should be at least sticking with him with the slipstream. No slipstream, lol. Oh, almost lost the car there. And we've fallen back far enough away that DRS isn't going to help us get past. If slipstream as well would be right behind me coming into this braking zone, but nope. So I just chucked him to standard, trying to set myself up for the next DRS straight. Braked a little late there actually. Almost hit him again. Another brown trouser moment. But
come on, Ash, you can do this.
Exactly, there we go. I don't want to. I'm getting quite frustrated and quite, you know, getting the sweat on because I'm losing time essentially. DRS again into rich mix, and we'd probably be passed by the end of the straight if this game wasn't shit. But nope. Into the braking zone now, and he's gone wide. So is this an opportunity? Here we go. Going to leave it in standard. We're not going to put up the ridge because I don't expect to actually make something of this, but we brake early and he's braked a bit late. We've managed to put him off. He's gone wide, left him a lot of room on the outside, make sure we don't cut him off, and we've taken the position. At this point I don't want to get cut back, so I've lifted off a little bit in the middle of the corner, and that's a really good move, and I'm quite happy with that. But here he comes into the last sector now. I've put it up into rich mix. At this point I'm thinking, right, okay, I need to pull away as fast as possible, but you can see from how he closed there, I think he's got slipstream. Well, no, actually I know he's got slipstream. Lap 36 now. I haven't been able to pull away. I'm still under on fuel, so I'm like, right, okay. With someone who's got slipstream and DRS, you cannot pull away unless you're on brand new tyres or different tyre compounds. So make sure I get a great exit here. Car's nice and straight up to Rich as quickly as possible. And he's had a little bit of a moment there, so he's not close enough to make a move down this straight. Oh, of course, I'm just assuming he's got slipstream, but I'm pretty sure he has. I definitely haven't. Middle sector now, lean mix. He's not going to pass me coming into here. It's too risky on the last lap. Making sure I've saved at least 0.07. If you haven't got 0.07, you won't make it over the line. Still in lean mix, you know, he's not that close. He's 4/10 back, but you know, he's close enough that if I make a mistake, that's it. Stuck up the Rich here to make sure he can't throw it up the inside. But yeah, unbelievable. Shelley's done in one stop. Never saw it coming. I knew you could start on supers and it was potentially a better strategy, but I didn't see a one stop coming. And Jathan's done really well to pull it off too. But here we are on two stop, and the gap was end of the race, 15 seconds. So, and this is Aresi on the same strategy as well. Not on the same strategy as me. He's done a two stop and he's gone, you know, the other way around. So super then soft, and he's lost out a little bit, probably through traffic. But I'm quite upset about that because there's one thing I can't stand in racing is finishing lower than where you started. You know, that's really, really poor. But to be 15 seconds behind with, I probably lost about 5-6 seconds with, you know, slipstream glitch and all the rest of it, and that knob in the fucking Toro Rosso, then, I mean, it's not so bad. And of course, Shelley, you know, and they're all very, very good. So I mean, I'm not unhappy, but I'm not really happy. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.